Please let me know what reason that's for. I'd love to know that reason. The investigation is ongoing. I'm sorry. Do what you got to do. He got to go. It was reckless. It was irresponsible. And like I said, I'm beyond shocked and mystified that people got on social media and actually sat back and parsed their hands to make up a fucking excuse about, well, maybe he was overweight and that contributed to it. Well, let's see your overweight ass get out there and run a 110-yard gasher 3 times. And then let's see how you feel afterwards. Are you going to be out of breath? No, different color holding you back, can't stand up? Probably. But you got the guts and the balls to want to get online and actually defend somebody when somebody's dead. That's beyond me. University President Jordan Lowe came out last week and said that the school accepts quote-unquote legal and moral responsibility for the incidents. McNair's family said that they described his words as meaningful, but still want Durkin fired, and then they will only then be able to discuss a settlement with the school. So again, if the university is seeing this guy as they quoted, legally and morally responsible for what happened, then do the legally and morally responsible thing. Fire DJ Durkin today. Stop waiting around. Let's do the investigation. Hey, we want to make sure he didn't do anything. I'm sorry. If that was me, and if I was the president and I'm in that position, I'm sorry. I'm not waiting on any damn investigation, investigators, independent, whoever. I'm looking at that and going, that young man is dead. You, and you are all fired. Get out. And if you want to sue me for your pay, go get your lawyer. I'm waiting. And it's a shame before God that it had to come to this. And now the new head coach is like, well, our culture is fine now, and we get along, and we're a team, and we're a family, and we think about Jordan. Well, you know what? You shouldn't have had to change your culture or change the way that you run practices. It should not have taken a young man to lose his life of a heat stroke for you to come to that realization that, hey, maybe we're doing something wrong here. And it's a toxic culture that's in college football. Not at Ohio State. That's a totally separate and different entity. But if you look at the domestic violence and the rape and the intimidation of women at Baylor with their football program, you can even go back to 2003 with Patrick Dennehy, Carlton Dotson, Dave Bliss, and the cover-up of his murder. Patrick Dennehy we're talking about here. Look at Penn State. Joe Paterno. Young men getting raped. Years on end. Oh, I knew nothing about it. Come to find out, yeah, you did. And the pedophile's in jail for it right now. It's got to stop somewhere. And I hate to say it, but you would think that somebody dying would actually start, setting off alarm bells here and go, you know what? We need to do things a little differently here. Try to make things better here so this doesn't happen again. Try to protect young women on campus from these predators and these football players you have coming on campus that are raping them and sexually assaulting and sodomizing them. All because you want to win a fucking bowl game. It's not worth it. You have people like Jerry Sandusky running around molesting young children, but hey, we won that national championship in 1986. Miss me with it. Something's got to be done. Start checking these guys out. Start taking these claims more seriously. Like they did at Baylor, they had claim after claim after claim over a number of years. Did nothing about it until somebody shone a bigger light on it. Came down there and said, oh, this is what's going on. It took ESPN coming down there and start investigating stuff for them to start saying, you know what? Maybe we ought to make a change. It took Joe Paterno dying for Jerry Sandusky's full dirt to come to fruition. Should have taken all that. Just like in this case and any other college that's going on right now where these tactics are happening, it should not take another man's death to make you realize, hey, we're doing something wrong. We need to pay attention. We need to be more fair. Moving on to the National Football League and a couple of key players that are holding out right now at this time, and Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack, two of the league's top defensive players, are currently embroiled in contract disputes that are both similar, but they're also a little different. Aaron Donald keeps inching closer to ending. Khalil Mack's holdout keeps lingering longer and longer, and this could wind up being a regular season, or in some cases, from everything I keep hearing that everybody keeps chirping out of Oakland, he might not show up this season at all. Donald was holding out for the second year in a row. He held out last season until the first game, but he's also stated that he's not playing another down until he gets a new contract. He's seeking to become the highest paid defensive player in league history, and also the highest paid defensive player in the league. He's also using the basis that Todd Gurley got extended, Brandon Cooks got extended. Where's my money at? Others have been taking care of him before him last season as well. And he's wondering, hey, where's my new contract that I've been told this, and nothing's happened so far. To be really honest with you, and I've said this before on social media, if I'm Aaron Donald, unless I see a contract that says $25 million this season, I'm not showing up. I'm not going to sign anything. I'm not going to be around. I'm just going to be like, hey, I'm at home. I'm with my family. I'm not getting my knees knocked on. I'm not having to go practice in 2 days and pads and sweat. I'm living my life. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm at the beach. My agent's going to handle this for me. And I mean that. He should not settle for anything less than at least $25 million a season, just for the impact that he makes on the team, on the game, what he means to his team. And he's worth it. He's proven that he's worth it. Is it more than quarterback money? Yes. Is it going to reset the market for key defensive players? Absolutely. Now, that's not saying that every key defensive player that comes up as a free agent should, trolley on up to the general manager and say, hey, I want Aaron Donald money. When, you had 3 sacks for your first 3 seasons, and all of a sudden now you got 14, and you're a free agent, and you're like, I want Aaron Donald money. Like, wait a minute, hold on. No. Whoa, Kimosabe. We're not going there just yet. The Rams right now, their main concern is that they don't want to pay him and have him get hurt or have his performance decline 3 or 4 years into the deal. Which, again, playing football, that's an actual, equitable, legitimate concern. However, Stan Kroenke just sold a soccer team overseas for $2.3 billion. Would it be $1 billion? He's opening a $1 billion stadium in Hollywood Park next season. He can afford it. Okay? Whatever cap problems you're going to have, they can deal with it. You have the money. Your owner, again, $1 billion stadium, just sold stuff for $2.3 billion. God bless him for that one. Money's not going to be a problem or an issue. They just don't want to see this deal backfire in their face. I don't think at Aaron Donald's age, for what he does and the way he plays, I don't think that's going to be the case. If they were to sign him to, let's say, a 4-year, $125 million contract, $25 million signing bonus, I could see that as fair. It's $25 million a year. You get $25 in the bank to walk away that day. Take it. However, they're coming back with some 4 years, $80 million, 67 guaranteed, and we'll give you 10 right now. Yeah, where's the door? Because I'm gone. Don't sign that. $25 million a year for Aaron Donald. That's what he should go for. Now, if you're Khalil Mack, things are kind of trending towards the personal level in Oakland. He's seeking a deal that pays. He's looking for somewhere in the neighborhood of Von Miller money. Miller's going to make $19 million with the Denver Broncos this season. He's had $70 million guaranteed so far on his current deal. To say that Mack has had a rocky relationship with John Gruden is an understatement. It's been reported several times they've had no contact at all. Gruden, even this week, continues to take shots at him in the media, on print, Twitter, the club website. I mean, it's gotten kind of gotten kind of out of hand there. You know, and you can say John Gruden's out of touch with the game, showing guys old film footage, and hey, I get that, but outside of Derek Carr, this is your franchise player. You can't treat him like that. Because at the end of the day, let's be really quite honest. Yeah, the team's moving to Vegas. Yeah, you signed a 10-year deal. I bet you Khalil Mack's still on the team before you coach it. Coach your last game. Be there afterwards. So you kind of want to ease back at this point as far as that goes. This holdout could possibly go deeper into the regular season. Now, he's already gotten fined twice, $814,000 for not showing up for preseason games per the collective bargaining agreement. There have been no recent talks. There are none scheduled. Mack, for his part, has been radio silent. It's been all the Raiders, Gruden, their assistants, and his agent has chimed in every now and again. There's also been mention of him possibly being traded. Let's be clear, that won't happen. They'd have to be blown away with the deal so much that they would just say, hey, we can't turn this down. We got to trade him away. And I don't see that happening with somebody unless they're offering 3 1s and some 2s and some players and picks, and nobody's going to do that. However, wilder and stranger things have been known to happen. Look at what happened with Josh Norman with the Carolina Panthers, and he had the franchise tag put on him and tried to work out a longer-term deal. And Dave Gettleman and his agent had some words, and there was a disagreement that led to the tag being removed from Josh Norman and making him a free agent and him going to Washington, and there's still bad feelings to this day between all sides. So I'm not saying that they would rescind his 5th-year option to make him a free agent, or they would trade him for money or picks or anything else. All I'm saying is you might want to just be on the lookout for him to come back later this season, possibly playing under this current $13.8 million deal. There's still a possibility something could get worked out. However, if he were to be traded, it's going to be for a king's ransom. Again, I don't see that really happening with Khalil Mack. So again, 2 holdouts. One's a little bit closer to the end. Les Snead, the Rams GM, did say that. They're now in, quote-unquote, the same zip code. Then he said something about, well, that's not exactly accurate. We're in the same area. We're trying to find our way back to each other. You're in the same zip code. The deal's close. It's coming. With Khalil Mack, I don't see that happening anytime soon. That could turn into the regular season to where, again, he's probably going to need to show up prior to week 8. Play the rest of the season out. The Raiders probably don't look like a playoff team this year. If he doesn't show up prior to week 8, his contract tolls, or basically will come back around. It's another $13.8 million. More contract negotiations, animosity, back over again. I don't see that happening. He plays for them sometime this season. Moving on to other issues with the National Football League related to the national anthem. Last week you had several players, including 3 Miami Dolphins, 3 Seattle Seahawks, Malcolm Jenkins, 4 of the Philadelphia Eagles, and 4 Jacksonville Jaguars who peacefully protested or in a tunnel during the anthem. And as I said before, this issue is not going away. Many people want to go away. They just want their football. They don't want to talk about politics and everything else. It's not going away anytime soon. You have Donald Trump that basically retaliated against him, told him to stand or be suspended. You have Dak Prescott that's made comments. Jerry Jones didn't do him any favors by backing him up. Aaron Rodgers came out in an interview with The Ringer and basically said that he didn't have a problem with anything that was going on there. I'm pulling my information up here, and he said that, quote, if you're going to take the focus off of what the protest was really about, as I've said before, the 3 cards that we no longer play on the table, especially on this show, Aaron Rodgers said that, quote unquote, it was never about the anthem, it was never about the troops, it was never about the flag, it was about social justice and racial equality. But if you want to exclude all that, then just make it all about the anthem. Everybody in the stadium stands and does the exact same thing. People in the line for concessions, people in the restroom, you got cameramen on the news watching. You can't have it one way or another. Bingo. Problem solved. However,